President Samia Suluhu has done it again. As we speak, the Tanzanian government has banned Kenyans from operating small businesses in Tanzania. Now, these guys claim that foreigners are taking all their jobs. Quite ironic, right? Here's a so-called special supplement letter from Tanzania, and I quote, "The Business Licensing Act Cap 101 onto the body. Now, in this document will only be concerned with the business activities prohibited for non-citizens, which is in the final page. So these are the activities foreigners are banned from doing. Number one, the business of sale of goods on a wholesale and retail basis, excluding supermarkets, specialized product outlets, and wholesale centers for local producers." So basically, kama unaleta kiosk, hiyo iwezekani tena. Mobile money transfers, wale watu wa MPESA, you cannot now operate and run an MPESA, an Airtel money shop, or anything similar to that in Tanzania. Number 3, the repair of mobile phones and electronic devices, pia hiyo iwezekani. Salon business, kama unatengeneza watu nywele, it is not acceptable unless the business is conducted in a hotel or for tourism purposes. So basically what that means is we'll allow you to do people's hair if at all it's bringing us guests for purposes of tourism. Now, since when do people tour other countries for purposes of hair? Home, office, and environmental cleanliness. You cannot be subordinate staff in an office. Utaenda kufagia na kuosha, ikuwe ni vyombo, ikuwe ni sakafu, ikuwe ni nini. Pia kazi ya kukua maid, house help, haiwezekani tena. Small scale mining has also been ruled out. Postal activities and parcel delivery within the country. This touches on anything to deal with Bolt and so on, mambo ya courier services. Tour guiding within the country, you are not allowed to do so. Now, this one makes sense because why are you giving a tour of a country that's not yours? Hiyo inaeleweka. Establishment and operation of radio and television. This one is quite strange. They don't want any. So will BBC be allowed to operate in Tanzania with this kind of reasoning? Will Al Jazeera be able to open an outlet there? Or is there an exception for these big media companies? Because definitely hizo si za wa Tanzania. Operation of museums or curio shops, brokerage or agency in businesses and real estate, clearing and forwarding services, on-farm crop purchasing operations, ownership or operation of gambling machines or devices, except within casino premises, ownership and operation of micro and small industries. Now, in this video, I want us to look into why Tanzania is effecting this ban, and with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1, the Bible says that if you have 2 masters, you will serve one and neglect the other. And I'd reckon that that's what's happening in Tanzania. You see, Tanzania is a member state of both the South African Development Community and the East African Community. And when you do the math, SADC has a GDP of 700 to 800 billion US dollars, while ESC has a measly 300 to 350 billion US dollars. Of course, with the leading nations being Kenya and South Africa. In South Africa, they are valued at 400 billion USD. Kenya, we are at 150 billion USD as far as GDP is concerned. And since Suluhu knows a majority of Tanzanian workers are Kenyans, she's busy trying to antagonize Kenya so that tuvurugane watoke. Unajua akufukuzae hakuambii toka. Na mwenye anataka kutoka hata kosa kukuletea drama. When somebody wants an exit, they'll just bring problems. It makes more sense economically for Tanzania to be in SADC than EAC. And that is why you will always see the mistreatment of EAC member states, more so Kenya, taking place in Tanzania. Inafaa tuwaachilie tu kwa uzuri. If that is what the Tanzanian government feels they should do, exit EAC, so be it. But there's no need to stay in an arrangement where you feel it's not for you, and as such you frustrate everybody else. Number 2, this ban could have been done in retaliation for the overwhelming support that Tindel Lissu got from Kenya. Because of all the countries in the world, it is Kenya that came to his support. David Maraga attended the court hearing. Martha Karua flew into the country and was blocked. Boniface Mwangi was also in the area, but since he's a small fish, they decided to sexually assault him and then release him at the border of Kenya. Not to mention, there's a time Babu Owino went to tour Tanzania and he was blocked from entering the country. When was the last time you heard of a Tanzanian MP being blocked from entering Kenya? Or any of their leadership, whether sitting or former or aspiring? They are all welcome into Kenya, but when you try to go to Tanzania, you are blocked. Anywho, in response to what is happening in Tanzania, some misbehaving Kenyans are already starting to make Tanzanians uncomfortable. Just check this out.
Mama Samia amesema hataki wa Kenya nchini kwake Tanzania. Hawa wote wawapi hawa? Hawa wote wawapi hawa? Mama Samia hataki wa Kenya wafanye kazi Tanzania. Hawa wawapi? Hawa wawapi? Mama Samia hataki wa Kenya wafanye kazi Tanzania. Hawa wawapi hawa? Hawa wote hawa. Oye, hawa wawapi hao za njugu hapa? Wanjazana hawa. Hawa wawapi? Mama Samia watu wako hawa uje wachukue wewe pia. Oya, hawa wote wazanchugu hawa, sijui wa Tanzania pia, sijui wa Burundi, wa Tanzania. Ama Samia pia hataki sisi, ama Samia hataki wa Kenya. Oya brother, rudini kwenyu nyinyi pia. Rudini kwenyu nyinyi pia. Msikie huyu anaambia niwafukuze kama nina uwezo. Rudini kwenyu nyinyi pia. Achukueni njugu hizo muuze. Oya, uza njugu. Oya, uzeni njugu zenyu jamaa. Uzeni. Yaani nchi yetu sasa imbeba ni marifuji kibao wa Burundi munjaa. Bana, rudini kwenyu sasa nyinyi pia. Oya. Uzeni njugu zenu zile pale. Uzeni njugu.
On a personal note, I wish that wouldn't happen. Mtanzania hana makosa. Same way Mkenya hana makosa mwenye huko Tanzania. It's a government to government issue. Let them sort it out using diplomatic channels. Now here's the interesting thing. Despite the local outrage here in Kenya, this move is endorsed by members of SADC. Just check out the reaction to this development from members of SADC. Bearer of Truth said, when other African countries take bold steps to protect their citizens' economic interests, it's seen as policy, but when South Africa does the same or even talks about it, it's suddenly labeled xenophobia. Is she, the drama said, exactly what we should be doing in South Africa. Mianor said, the SA border is going to be very busy in the coming weeks as they make their way down here. She's anticipating that people will now be leaving Tanzania since they are banned there and running all the way to SA where there's no border laws basically. SA First said Tanzania is putting its citizens first. Well done, we can only wish for the same, I'm guessing. But what say you as a member of ESC? Do drop me your own comments in the comment section below and I'll do the best to read them and to give you a response. In the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.